Fortnite Season 8's live event is confirmed to be happening on December 5th, and after a 2-day-long black hole, we officially drop into the next era of Fortnite, Chapter 3. It's felt like the Season 8 live event has had no build-up and the hype just wasn't there, but it turns out we just haven't been looking in the right place. Well, that is until now. I'm talking years of carefully placed hints, clues, and dialogue have actually revealed the fate of the Fortnite Island, and now it is time to connect the dots. And so first, it's important to understand exactly what is going on right now so the clues from the past make sense, and that's where we begin talking about the Cube Queen. We first saw the Cube Queen when she was controlling the Golden Cube at the end of Season 7, and since then we've seen more and more of her as her evil plan comes to fruition. Her intent was to reawaken all of the purple cubes and gather enough cube energy to corrupt the entire island, and she did exactly that. With the Golden Cube reactivating every purple cube on the map and even cloning them, they headed to the center of the island and formed the Convergence. And yeah, this is very conveniently located right in the middle of the island, but this location wasn't just chosen randomly. The Convergence, which is now the pyramid, is directly on top of the 0 Point, the most powerful energy in the universe that literally caused the Big Bang. The 0 Point has been controlled by the Imagined Order for centuries, led by Dr. Sloan. You might be familiar with her because she's the one who sent us into the aliens' mothership last season with the bombs from Corny Complex and betrayed us. Now, the IO have a complicated backstory, but essentially they're an organization that's been secretly pulling the strings of the Fortnite Island for a very long time. Their headquarters are underneath the island, and if you remember those bunkers from Chapter 1, that is exactly how they travel to the surface. Bunker mystery solved. Both the IO and the Cube Queen have clearly been around for a long time, meaning we're facing a war bigger than anything we have ever seen before. The Imagined Order versus the last reality. One side wants complete control of the universe, and the other is hellbent on the total annihilation of it. And the entire fate of the Fortnite Island will be decided by the winner. With so much at stake, nothing is off the table for the Chapter 2 finale. So what exactly should you expect on December 5th? Well, let's talk about it. And that starts with the boss fight. With each new live event with Fortnite, a much stronger enemy comes along. We've had a taste of boss fights like taking on the Storm King or having to come face to face with Galactus, a planet-eating supervillain. But the Cube Queen is not planning on going down without a fight. She's going to be our toughest opponent yet, and it's not just because of how powerful she is, but of the army she's about to rain down on us. Right now, the Queen's plan is to corrupt the entire Fortnite Island using the energy of the pyramid, as seen by the completed Season 8 map. Once this happens, she'll be able to summon the Sideways completely, covering the map head to toe with cube monsters. Right now, cube monsters can't survive outside of their Sideways bubbles, but the Queen is hoping to solve that problem by turning the island into a Sideways bubble. And so with the limited power she has right now, she has still been able to summon strong enemies like the Caretakers, so imagine the kind of things she could do once the pyramid has enough power. We will have to fight the entire Sideways dimension, and that possibly includes creatures that are more powerful than any of the ones on the island right now. According to leaks, we will have special weapons that we will use to fight off these powerful Caretakers. If you look at this leaked image of the Chapter 2 finale, you can actually look in the corner and see the OG Pump and Burst Assault Rifle. And there's a reason for this. It looks like we'll be participating in a boss fight against the ultra-powerful Caretakers and have to use buff weapons like these to hold them off. It'll probably be waves of cube monsters that we have to fight, and there's more evidence to back this up, as recently leakers found a kill feed in the files that mentions if you were eliminated by the last reality. So this confirms that some kind of boss battle will be taking place during the event. So where exactly is all this gonna happen and who will win? Well, let's talk about the bridge theory. There are two massive rumors that have been spreading about the live event. One you probably heard of and the other one, not so much. One of the most infamous leakers who has never been wrong about new seasons is Tabor Hill, and in a video talking about Chapter 3, he mentions that he'll catch you on the flip side. Now everyone's been talking about the flip side theory and how the Chapter 3 map is actually underneath the current Fortnite Island. Now we already learned that the Imagined Order is beneath the island when we saw John Jones jump from the bridge in the Season 5 trailer. The camera angle literally flips, proving that the IO headquarters isn't just underneath, but actually upside down. But it makes you wonder, if the IO are down there, what else is? And of course, the working theory right now is that all along, it is the Chapter 3 island. And that brings us back to the Pyramid POI, which as you know, is directly above the bridge. In the last Fortnite update, a new audio file was added to the game of the Queen laughing, and on the surface it doesn't mean much, but if you plug it into a spectrogram, it actually reveals a secret message encoded by Epic Games. Of course, this is the pyramid shooting lightning all over the sky, and it's probably teasing how the map will become the Sideways. What if Epic wants us to think it'll be that simple? If you go to the POI and look closely, you'll notice that a tunnel of cubes is appearing underneath the golden tip, which just so happens to be a pyramid. on both sides. What if on top of shooting lightning in the sky, it'll also start digging into the ground to help the queen get to the bridge? If you don't know, the bridge is the room we saw in the Season 5 trailer, which Jon Jones used to get to the Fortnite Island. It is also the center room of the Imposters mode, which takes place inside the Imagined Order headquarters. The bridge is the room that holds the 0 point, making it the most important thing to defend during the live event. Now we know that the bridge will be making an appearance during the event because it's mentioned in the files. And it doesn't stop there, because Donald Mustard himself revealed our first look where we'll go during the Chapter 2 finale. And if you look closely, you could even see Jon Jones sneakily placed in the corner. So tying this all together, the Cube Queen not only wants to destroy the island using her sideways minions, but this is just the beginning of her evil plan. She wants to go even further. Instead of just destroying our reality, the Cube Queen wants to destroy every reality that has ever existed. And there's only one way for her to do that, with the 0 point. Let's see, we know that the 0 point was the energy that created every single reality in the Big Bang. It was also revealed by the Foundation. That's how you travel between these realities. We saw it happen during Season 5. So if the Cube Queen gets her hands on the 0 point during the Chapter 2 finale, she could use that power to destroy every single thing that has ever lived, leaving her and her cube monsters as the only thing left standing. This will complete her plan and truly make them the last reality. And so now that we understand the Cube Queen and her plans, let's talk about how the Imagined Order is planning to respond to all of this. And let me tell you, this is where things take a turn. Let's go over the sacrifice. On October 13th, Dark Jonesy, located over at Slurpy Swamps, had an important quest for us. Upon completing the quest, he actually gets a glimpse into the future and says this: "My vision is now clear, but I bring dark tidings. On one path, I see sacrifice and loss, but on the other, total annihilation. Two paths lie ahead of you." What that means is this: the chances of us winning this battle are slim to none, but we do know for certain a sacrifice will be necessary to ensure our survival. At first, many of us were puzzled by that statement, but at the time, it was the biggest thing foreshadowing what would happen during the event. It makes us wonder just who will be brave enough to step up and sacrifice themselves to save not just the Fortnite Island, but reality as we know it. Now, there are a few suspects, with the most obvious being the Foundation. He has dedicated his entire life to protecting the 0 point, and in his leaked skin description, they say that his sacrifice won't be forgotten. Considering his skin will probably be released in Chapter 3, this seems like case closed. However, this might not be what it seems. Don't forget, this description was leaked when he sealed himself inside the 0 point in Season 6, so we can't be certain. And then on the other hand, we have someone else who fits the profile perfectly, Agent Jones. He was also willing to give his life to protect the 0 point during the Zero Crisis finale, and we know that he'll be making a return during the live event. It is very likely he could be the one who sacrifices himself. Now, some people believe that it might come down to Dr. Sloan. She might be the only thing standing between the Cube Queen and total annihilation, and in that defining moment, Sloan might finally get the redemption arc we've all been waiting for. And so with all of these suspects, nobody's talking about the Blue Cube. One of the biggest mysteries on the Fortnite Island right now is the Blue Cube over at Camp Cod. It's been laying dormant for the entire season, and a lot of people have completely forgotten that this cube even exists. But it might have an important part to play in the battle against the Cube Queen. In fact, it might be the thing that saves us all. There are leaks out there proving that we are not done with this Blue Cube, and that it might actually clone itself in the next few weeks. But we picked up on something that nobody is talking about. While everyone has been trying to figure out what it might do next, they have missed a key part that was hiding in plain sight the entire time, and that is the cube's healing power. If you go to the cube in game, you actually slowly heal up shield over time. No other cube does this, but it's this healing power which might be extremely important to the live event and the eventual end of Chapter 2. We've talked about how the Chapter 3 island may be underneath the map, but why would we retreat to this island if we defeat the Cube Queen? Well, it turns out that the answer is right there in front of us. We aren't going to defeat her, at least not completely. During the event, the Cube Queen might actually succeed in destroying the entire island using the sideways dimension. Everything might look like it's over, and the Cube Queen is about to get her hands on the 0 point. However, the Blue Cube and its healing power might bring us back to life, and we could stop the Queen just before she gets hold of it. With help from the Blue Cube, whoever it is that sacrifices themselves, it will be remembered forever, and with the Queen defeated and the Chapter 2 island obliterated, what now? Well, it's time we talk about the future explained. Once the Chapter 2 island is destroyed, we are going straight into a black hole that lasts 2 entire days. Sound familiar? Well, it probably won't be the same black hole, but it'll definitely give us that same feeling of dread while we twiddle our thumbs for 2 days. Luckily, though, once it ends, we'll be brought onto the Chapter 3 island, which will probably include new graphics, an upgrade to Unreal Engine 5, and we might even see the release of the long-awaited adventure mode that was leaked months ago. Although despite this fresh start and what feels like a nice new beginning, the storyline will be far from over. We know from inside leakers that the Cube Queen will have an even larger part to play in Chapter 3, and this will not be the last we see of her. We will also learn a lot more about the 7 in Chapter 3, including where they have been located for the last 4 years. And Donald Mustard has teased multiple times that there is still so much more to learn about Singularity, who we haven't seen since Chapter 1 Season 9. Who knows, maybe Chapter 3 will finally scratch that itch we've had for years now. But at the end of the day, we don't know for certain what will happen in the live event, and these were just theories based on leaks and hints from Epic. They always have tricks up their sleeves, and every event has a silver lining. We just have to try and figure out what it is. Like I said, guys, they will always be one step ahead of us, and we just have to sit back and enjoy the Chapter 2 finale on December 5th. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment your own theories down in the comments section. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.